You're applying to the University of Waterloo School of Accounting and Financial Management. On behalf of youthfully.ca, I'm going to walk you through the application process. The first thing I need to say is that your application is due February 18th, 2022. That's this week, folks, so you had best get on that. The second thing I want to do is point you towards our website, youthfully.ca. We have a ton of free resources available to help you with the application process. Particularly if you're uncertain of the video interview process, we can help you out with that. So when you're ready, you can click on our guide to the Waterloo application. I'm just going to clear this page here. And we will give you lots of hints and tips about how to get through your application process. So the first thing is, when you apply, you will receive an email containing links to your online video and trait assessment. There will be 3 video questions and 4 written questions for your online interview. And then your trait assessment is going to follow immediately after. First, I'm going to talk about your interview. So when you click on the interview, it will lead you to a video platform. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the video platform, but I can talk about it a little bit. So the first step on the platform is a check-in page. The check-in button is on the bottom left. You click the check-in button and a menu is going to drop down on the right. So the first step on the menu is, number 1, a welcome video. We recommend that you listen to the welcome video in its entirety. It's going to give you lots of good hints about how to proceed with your interview. And number 2 is going to be your registration. First and last name and your email address. We recommend you keep the same email address through the entire process. You don't want to miss anything. And then number 3 is going to be your supplemental materials. So those supplemental materials are a PDF file containing your government-issued ID. Since you know this is coming, we recommend that you have your PDF file ready to go. You don't want to be looking for your government-issued ID when they ask for it. The 4th step on your menu is your device setup. This is a sound check and a video check. This is just to make sure that you have no technical difficulties when you actually proceed with your interview. And then the 5th step is your practice interview. So here we go. Now, the most important thing I can say about this, for the Waterloo application, the questions they ask you in your practice questions are the exact same questions you're going to be asked in your formal interview. This means that they expect you to be prepared. Do not go into the interview not knowing what you're going to say. Be ready. So, when they give you the video interview, there are several steps. There will be 3 actual video questions and 4 written questions. You will begin with a written question. So the first written question is your consent statement. That's basically saying your name, your student number, and that everything you speak and everything you write is in your words. These online platforms do have programs for checking for plagiarism, so you don't want to lift ideas or phrases or sentences from another source. It's your application, it's your education, you want it to be your words. After you've submitted your consent statement, your next step is your first video question. And I'm going to guide you through that really quick here. We have a ton of tips for how to get through these video questions. So I do recommend you check out our website, youthfully.ca, and especially check us out on YouTube. We have some examples up of how to get through these video interview questions. When you prepare for these questions, you want to make sure that you present yourself in a professional manner. Wear a collared shirt, a button down, speak directly to the camera, speak concisely and clearly, and know what you're going to say. A couple tips I can give you about getting through these interview questions. Number 1, you only have 1:30 to speak. When you speak, there's going to be a little timer counting down above your screen. Keep an eye on that timer. You don't want to go over the time. On the other hand, if you finish quickly, you can submit it right then. You don't need to wait the entire minute 30. After you have answered your first video question, and again, take a look at our breakdown because it will give you lots of tips, you will be asked to answer the second video question. And I repeat, these questions are the exact same questions you will be asked in the formal interview. So make sure you know what the questions are going to be. After you've answered your second video question, you will be asked to answer your third video questions. And I'm scrolling through this page really quickly, so I do recommend that you take a look at our website to get a better sense of what the questions will be and some ideas about how you can answer it. So, after you've completed your 3 video questions, you will be asked to answer 3 more written questions. A couple hints for these written questions. Waterloo does this unique thing where they allow you to copy and paste text from a Microsoft Word document into their text box. They only give you 5 minutes to answer the written questions. Because they are allowing you to write the questions in advance and copy and paste it into the text box, we 100% recommend that you do that. That way you can check your grammar, check your spelling, make sure you answer in a way that is meaningful and truthful to you. There is a word counter in the bottom left corner next to the text box. If you copy and paste your text into the text box, we do recommend you check that word counter before you submit it. Each question has different parameters. Check the word count, make sure you're within the word count. Sometimes when you copy and paste, that can be a little messed up, so make sure it's correct before you submit it. You do have those 5 minutes to check. After you have answered your 3 written questions and checked your word count and checked your editing, you will be asked to return to your email where you will complete your trait assessment. We do have another video on our YouTube telling you about the trait assessment, as well as other videos that will help you give some ideas of how to answer your video questions and some other helpful tips. So we recommend you check us out on YouTube and you check out our website. You are going to do awesome.